My name is Mary Rose Grieve and I'm the librarian at Heartland International School. I did a degree in history of art a very long time ago, and then I worked as an architectural historian for a firm of conservation architects in the UK. I spent much of my time in libraries, public records offices. I really enjoyed it. I've always loved books and reading and been interested in the development of reading and literacy in childhood. So then when we moved to Dubai with my husband's job, Heartland had just opened. We're looking for a librarian, and I thought that's the job for me, even though many years ago when I did my careers advice, we were all told we needed to be librarians and we didn't really understand what that meant. So then I found myself doing the job that I never thought I would do and love it more than any job I thought I have ever done. So when I first started, there were less than 200 children here, and we have one primary library and not very many books. We now have over 1,000 children, 2 libraries, a staff library, and close to 20,000 books. So it's grown enormously in the 8 years that we've been here. It's just a completely different job, just as exciting, just as brilliant, but a lot busier than it was at the beginning. So the Great School Libraries campaign was started in the UK in 2018 in response to what we saw as a decline in school libraries and school librarians. It's a collaboration between CILIP, which is the Chartered Institute of Library and Information Professionals, the CILIP School Libraries Group and the School Library Association. And they got funding from lots of other people, and we've done 2 big surveys into the school library provision in the UK. I was asked to stand in as acting chair at the end of last year as the CILIP School Libraries Group representative, because I sit on the SLG National Committee. And I got involved just as we were publishing or writing a report based on research that was done for phase 2. So we started writing our report up, which showed that 1 in 7 primary schools in the UK don't have a school library, and that there's been a decline in school library provision in secondary. So this report was published at the beginning of March in the House of Commons, and it is intended to try and encourage policymakers, governments, school leaders to promote, champion, pay for school libraries, and for them to understand the importance of having a library in their school. The report summarised the research, but also acted as a call to arms for governments, school leaders, policymakers, to show them the importance of a school library with a professional school librarian in it, and how they can go about getting one in their school if they don't have one, or how they can better use one if they do have one. It is a very peculiar thing to wonder why a school librarian in Dubai is working for a campaign based in the UK, but I think the issues that they're facing in the UK are fairly universal. We're lucky enough in Dubai to have a pretty thriving school librarian community and there are school libraries in most schools. And I think a lot of what is happening here is really important and innovative. And so I'm able to bring my experience from working in a place where school libraries are well funded with qualified and professional school library staff. So that has brought an international perspective. I think it's important that we see how other people are doing it and take best practice from around the world. Also, I mean, the world is getting a lot smaller. Thanks to COVID, everything can happen on Zoom. I was lucky enough to go to London for the launch in the House of Commons at the beginning of March. But actually, we found that we can do most of our work on Zoom, and because of the time difference, it means I can work in the evenings and not interfere with my work here. But I think there is a great thing to be had for all school librarians to come together, because many of us are facing similar issues all around the world, and there are lots of ways we can learn from lots of different people.